This morning, as I am driving to the dentist with my very beautiful oldest daughter, Riley, who is actually videotaping me right now. So, no, I'm not videotaping and driving at the same time, so you don't have to hate me. I'm not doing anything illegal. But as I'm driving this morning, it gave me an opportunity to think. How I've been operating as a man, operating as a dad, operating as a husband. And it gave me a huge opportunity in the past 3 months to follow a couple of guys that I haven't seen for a long time. And one of those guys is AZ, and started following AZ a while back, started following what he was doing, his movement, and who he was following. And I noticed that AZ really had his shit together. And I was extremely inspired by the message that he would give every day. So I started to think about what I was doing. I started to think about how I've been playing the game of life. And you know what? It came to the realization where, 90% of the people out there would think Jim Stegg's pretty motivated. I had a couple of comments on Facebook the other day saying, why would Jim Stegg go to a camp, go to a warrior camp? That guy's self-motivated anyways. Well, there's a lot of times where you're actually playing the game, but you're not really exceeding or excelling in the game. And I noticed in my life, I was just being. I wasn't really getting after it. I wasn't doing the things that I should have been doing as a parent, as a businessman, as a coach, as a director. There's a lot of things that I was just kind of going with the flow. So I signed up for a thing called Warrior Week. I went over there and I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about other people. It's a group of alpha males that showed up at this camp, anywhere from 62 years old to 27 years old. Guys worth millions and millions of dollars who've lost it all, and they want it all back. And they've lost things in their lives that they wanted to get back. And they realized that at the level that they were playing, they weren't playing at any level. They were just existing, and they were just going through life. And as an alpha male, as an individual that always wants to succeed at anything that he does, those males showed up there. It was a very inspirational time. I learned a lot. I learned a lot from that camp. I wanted to go to that camp because I wanted to find out who Jim Stegg was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't realize where I was going, what I wanted to do. I didn't realize the potential that I had. I was operating about 25% of my potential. And I realized one word is fear. And I think a lot of us we operate in fear every day. Fear of yourself, fear of making mistakes, fear of what other people think of you, and not accepting yourself as who you are. And that's the one thing that I delivered, the message that I delivered to my young girls the other day, my 12s. You have to unconditionally love yourself before you fix or love anybody else. So what I learned at that warrior school was accept me for who I am and how I operate. Accept me, accept what I do. Accept me for who I am. And I realized that every morning you have a choice. You can either sleep or you can hit the ground running. You can focus, you can get things done, you can make things happen instead of watching things happen. And I realized before going over to this camp that I wasn't the father that I needed to be. I wasn't the businessman that I needed to be. I wasn't the motivator that I needed to be. You have a choice every morning to jump into action and make things happen and not be afraid of what other people think of you. Come out of the box and go 100 miles an hour every day, but do it the smart way. Bring balance and love to yourself. Bring balance and aggressiveness to everything that you do out there every single day. So that's my message today, is about fear It's about choice. You got a choice every single morning when you wake up. Make it happen. I'm excited about where my life's gonna go and what I'm gonna do with the rest of my life, especially with my beautiful daughter, Riley, and my other beautiful daughter, Kayla, 15, and my beautiful wife. What I need to do, how I need to act, and I need to make sure and love myself and not be afraid of what others think of me, because this is me. This is what I do, and I know I need to accept myself. So, fear and choice. Get up, hit the ground, don't think about it. Just like Nike says, just do it. Don't think before you get out of bed. Get out of bed and jump into action. Make something happen. I want to live my life, be the best possible father that I can possibly be. AZ, thank you very much, buddy.